Hey everybody, it's your girl AT Merritt, and guess what, honey? I wanted some banana puddings, but guess what I didn't want? Bananas! I just wanted that flavor. So, honey, I jumped right on in that kitchen. Well, I didn't really jump. I had to move a little slow because I had surgery recently. Whew, but that's a different story for a different day. Honey, let's get into this right here. Now, this is where I got the recipe from. Well, the beginning of the recipe. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how I changed things up and added them. As you should do all things. Make it your own, okay? Do what makes you happy, as you can see here. Now, these are the recipes. And notice the ones that I added, okay? And something I left out as well. So I had 2.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, 3/4 cups of regular schmegular granulated sugar. I did not have that confectioner's sugar, so I didn't use it, okay? I used what I had. I used one teaspoon of vanilla extract. I used 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. I was so happy I had that in the refrigerator. I was like, oh, yes, winning. I added that 14-ounce can, the little small one, of the sweetened condensed milk. I had the big box of the banana flavored pudding, and that's all the banana you're gonna get in this recipe with me, okay? So you just needed the powder, and that's the 5-ounce box. Then next up is the milk. You need 1 cup of your preferred milk. I'm just gonna tell you I did use whole milk. And here comes the cookies, baby. I came with the cookies. Do you hear me? Not only did I use that big box of vanilla wafers, and I didn't use all of them because I did go and add the chessman cookies, the airplane cookies. Tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. The Biscoff, yeah. And I added just whatever made me happy, honey. I layered those things to perfection. Do you hear me? I was in cookie la land. So yes, the vanilla wafers, the chessman cookie, and the Biscoff cookies. Why I call them Biscoff and it says Lotus or something like that on the front of the cookie? I don't know. They could have just put an airplane for me, baby, because we all call them airplane cookies. Let's move on. I call this banana-less pudding for a reason because I left bananas out of mine. You can add extra bananas. You can add strawberries. You can add whatever makes you happy, honey. Just do you. Just get to these instructions, okay? Now, the first thing it says is grease your 9x13 baking dish. Baby, I didn't grease nothing. I seriously do not understand why it asked me to grease it. I mean, I guess if you put cookies on the bottom and they get soft, that could be a thing. But, I mean, just put you some of your cream under the bottom and you won't have that issue. Next, did not use my stand mixer, but what I did do was I grabbed that little hand mixer, because I ain't had time for all that extra stuff, and I whipped the heavy whipping cream, the sugar, and what else? The vanilla extract. And I just whipped that thing until it got fluffy like me. Next, I whipped the cream cheese. I did not get another bowl. Yes, I did. Because why would I wash out a bowl just to put the stuff somewhere else? Anyway, honey, I whipped that cream cheese up, and then I added that sweetened condensed milk and whipped it some more. I whipped it really good. I then added my dry pudding mix, mixed that in well, and then I slowly added the whole milk in there, and then I just added it little by little and mixed it until it was fully combined. And then you know what? It was go time. The next thing that you want to do is add about 2/3 of that whipped cream, or however much you want to leave on top. That's how much you leave. You save that to the side. But the rest of it, you fold it into your other mixture, right? And then, cause see what I'm saying? You would have needed 2 pans or dishes anyway. So there's that. So I just set some aside and then I folded it in. And then guys, honey, it's time to do what you want to do. Layer it however you want to layer it. You can mix the cookies, the different types of cookies. You can add different fruit. You can add whatever makes you happy at this point. Just know at the top, you make that thing look good, like your final presentation. It is your work of art. And plus it tastes great. So you put that layer of whipped cream on the top. If you want to crumble some cookies on there, you want to add some other fresh fruit, you go right ahead and do you. And let me know how it turns out, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now it does say to cover this bad boy up and let it set for about 8 hours. But you know I didn't do that, right? I had to have some the same night. Okay, but I must say it was definitely delish. the very next day as well. Honey, those cookies and that cream, ooh, honey, did what they had to do and came all the way through. And I hope it does the same for you. Now, this is our final presentation. That's an M for merit. And you see it got the little house right there, and it got the little watering can because we are pouring into our family, so on and so forth. And we are on a solid foundation. Those little airplane cookies. But you see, let me know what y'all do, okay? Thanks for spending your time with me. This has been The Real Tea, as in my reality with A.T. Merritt. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share.